What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan, and on this planet we send it. And what we're going to be getting in today, well, let me just kind of show you the little deviation here real fast. I have my tent out because last weekend I was out with the San Diego Jeep Club on their first event for 2023. And so it was raining there, and I need to kind of let my tent air out so it doesn't get moldy. So that's why it's kind of out in the open right now. But what we are doing on the first trip is when you go out with San Diego Jeep Club, one of the things that I like about them, I've been with San Diego Jeep Club for now about 13, 14 months, is they cater to all levels of proficiency, whether you're brand new taking your rig out for the very first time, or you got kind of, you want to go ahead and challenge yourself. So we went out to Johnson Valley, and if you've been out to Johnson Valley, this is definitely a place where you can challenge yourself regardless of where on the pendulum you tend to swing towards, whether you're real easy and just want to do some of the scenic trail like kind of what we were doing this time, or you want to really get into the boulders, then you have that opportunity. But the plan for this video is we're just going to be going around. We're doing about a 29-30 mile trip. It ended up being pretty much just all day, but it was super scenic, and we saw just about every ecosystem that Johnson Valley has to offer, with the exception of the intense boulders. Although the previous night, for those that came and camped out on that Friday night, a few of them went up Turkey Claw in the night, so they got to see some boulders. But we're going to be seeing some sand. We're going to be seeing some, basically like some truck trails, and we're going to even be getting up to some moderate trails, to where towards the very end there was one technical section. Wasn't long, but there was one technical section that at least gave my Gladiator Mojave a little funness. And so, as a matter of fact, this is the first time I was able to take out the Jeep Gladiator Mojave, and I was super excited. So although I'm not going to be showcasing too much the Jeep Gladiator Mojave, I will be talking a little bit about it since it was my first time in it. But really the plan for this video is going to be mostly focused on showcasing the trip that we took for the first annual trip with the San Diego Jeep Club. All right, I got a plan in place. Risks were acceptable. Let's go ahead and send it. All right, good morning. We are all kind of lining up, getting ready to head out on the San Diego Jeeps Club first run of the year. Everyone's getting lined up, finishing airing down and disconnecting and everything. I'm actually choosing not to go air down or disconnect in the Mojave because I kind of want to see how everything is straight up and just see how this is my first time in the Mojave. So I kind of want to see how it is without any modifications. Even some of the ones that we think are necessary, common, and you'll do every time, I'm intentionally not doing those things because I want to kind of give this a go. So we are going to be taking a very long, it's told it's probably going to be 5 to 7 hours of taking a big loop around King of the Hammers area, so here in Johnson Valley. So it's going to be a pretty long day. We're going to have everything from a little bit of sand, a little bit of rocks, hopefully not any boulders because I didn't come in a Jeep ready for boulders, but it's supposed to be stock capable whenever we come out for San Diego Jeep Club, so it should be good to go. All right, so we're going to be pulling out here pretty soon. So when we get going, I get some good shots of I think we got about like 50 Jeeps or so, maybe more. I'll hear here in a second once we get a final count. But we got a pretty good group today, and I'll try to get shots of at least of much of the train as I can as we going through this awesome and beautiful day. It's going to be raining here a little bit later by the time we get in back, but I don't know how intense. It's anywhere to be from under 1/10 of an inch to under 1/4 of an inch. That's a pretty big difference when you're out here in the desert, so it's going to be interesting. All right, let's go ahead and send it. All right, good morning. So we are about an hour into our trip so far, a little bit over, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. But so far, it's a very beautiful day. The clouds are coming in, unsure when the rain's coming in. I was able to see it over there by Big Bear. I think it was actually probably snow, what I saw, but when it gets over here, it'll be rain. So yeah, just looking like we're gonna have a nice, very scenic day on the trail, just enjoying a variety of different ecosystems that the desert has to offer. And it actually looks like we're about to get a little bit rocky. Or maybe we're just about to do a U-turn and get over here to a different part of the trail. But we'll see how the Gladiator, the Mojave, does now. Good afternoon. So we just finished stopping for lunch. We stopped for about an hour. We're roughly about halfway done with the trail. Again, just going around seeing some of the most beautiful parts of Johnson Valley, just taking a nice, real big scenic loop around the area. Nothing too crazy, just enjoying, the fun on the trail and just seeing the sights here. And, just getting a little bouncy as you kind of see me going. That kind of leads me into some my observation. I definitely think the Mojave, not playing with it, it does really good on like the washboards. Like when we start going over stuff, this thing is well planted. I don't even really feel the washboards at all or anything, even some fairly, good bumps. But definitely, as I was thinking, it would be a little less sway if I released the sway bar up front. So that'll be happening next time I take it out. And then also I'll be very curious to see just how well this thing can do when I air down. That'll be the next sort of test and everything. But so far I'm really happy with how the Gladiator's doing. I definitely am getting a few spots of roughing it up on either the belly or on the rear bumper, but all in all it's not too bad. As a matter of fact, going down another place right now, that might be a rear bumper scraper. See, and it didn't do it. Okay, but see, yeah, that's just kind of what it's been for me as I'm going through these areas. I keep thinking after watching all the videos on the Rubicon Gladiators out there that I'm going to be scratching stuff, but this seems to be just high enough, at least in this area, to avoid all that. All right, let's kick it off and we'll just keep seeing some of the most beautiful areas that Johnson Valley has to show for us as we're getting tossed around. All right, let's go ahead and send it. right, good afternoon. We are about, let's see here, 6 hours into it right now. Correction, we are about five and a half hours into it right now. We just had someone slash their sidewall, so they're right now repairing a fix. They're just about done, but we're splitting up here into two groups. So the main group, we're kind of heading back towards camp, and the other group will be following shortly behind us soon. Again, you're just kind of enjoying a lot of the beautiful scenery just out here in Johnson Valley. It really is nice and scenic. I think we got another little rock garden coming up here. You know, and as a matter of fact, now to think about that, is tires. I said it was a stock vehicle. I don't know if it was like a stock Rubicon, you know, and slashed through some mud terrains or not, or if maybe it was like some all seasons. If I can figure it out, I'll go ahead and put something in below if I can figure out what type of tires they were. But everything else seems to be going all right. I'm now starting to see some rain coming in on my windshield here, so hopefully it stays very light to nothing, to be honest with you, or else it's going to make the evening very interesting for those who are staying here to camp, with myself included. But some people are talking about doing turkey claw. Turkey claw is the video that I did about over Thanksgiving. If you haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and put a link up here. At the time I didn't know the name of it, but apparently it's described as the easiest hard trail out here, but if it ends up raining, it's it's going to increase the difficulty, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to be able to record much in the darkness because of that, but if I can get something, then cool, we will. All right, so we'll just make our way around to the back of this little mountain we're kind of going around, and then we'll go ahead and head to camp, and then that'll be the end of it. All right, I'll see you when we get there. Thank you, sir. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.